What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And wow, and tonight I'm going to talk about Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You had the Milwaukee Bucks blowing out the Atlanta Hawks 125 to 91 to tie the Eastern Conference Finals series at one. I'm gonna just give my thoughts on the game and everything I look forward to going forward. But before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you can catch all that out on my YouTube page in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on the YouTube videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy, yo. Hey, like honestly, tonight's game is kind of how I looked at the series. I told people before it started I like the Bucks to win this one, probably in five. I felt like Trae Young would have went off and got Atlanta one, but with all due respect to Atlanta, and I like Atlanta's story. I like their hustle. I like their grit. Trae Young is absolutely a superstar. But I just felt like Milwaukee was just too big, too physical, and was just going they just was going to outmatch Atlanta. And tonight showed when this team is hitting their 3-point shot, and whenever they make a concerted effort and getting into the paint, what they could do. Giannis, y'all know who I'm talking about. Giannis was sensational today. Especially with the first quarter, he had this move where he spun off of one guy, then he went up to dunk it, and then caught it, hooked it, and then laid it back up. That was incredible. Like that was an incredible move there. Middleton still didn't give him a whole lot. He hit a couple of shots. Holiday was sensational again. Connaughton hit a couple of shots. Bobby Portis gave him some really good minutes off the bench. He didn't score a lot of points, but he hit a couple of shots, played physical defense, and just played with a level of edge and a swagger that this team needed. Just to wake the Bucks up and also wake up the crowd, which they didn't need much help being woken up. To be honest with you, Forbes got loose for a 302. They're just a bigger team. They're just a bigger, more physical team, and that displayed tonight. Atlanta, Trae Young had a rough game. He had what? He had nearly. He had. I know he had 9 early on in the game. I don't know what he finished with, but at one point he had 9 turnovers. Bogdanovich didn't really give them much. Collins was kind of quiet. It got took into him in that second quarter, especially as a Miami Heat fan who had to play this Milwaukee Bucks team in the first round, and we had 3 games similar to this, games 2, 3, and 4. I know that when this team is hitting their 3-point shot and getting out in transition, they are extremely scary. They went on a 20-0 run against the Atlanta Hawks in the second quarter. Yeah, they just did what they had to do, yo. Now for Atlanta, you got one game, you got one on the road, you're going back home. The ATL gonna be raucous. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be lit in Atlanta. But I just feel like Milwaukee. I just when you can combine, Atlanta is young. They're young. Like they'll be okay. Like they lose this, no shame in Atlanta losing this Eastern Conference Finals to the Bucks because nobody honestly expected them to be here anyway. So I look at Milwaukee. They're just bigger. They're just more physical, and they're a little more experienced. They got obviously with Giannis and Middleton and all those guys been playing in the playoffs the last couple of years for this team. But you have veterans like Jrue Holiday, though he hasn't went far in the playoffs. He's been around. You have guys like Jrue Holiday, guys like PJ Tucker, who played in a Western Conference Finals with the Houston Rockets just a couple of years ago. You have those type of guys. Brook Lopez, another guy who had a really good game that, everybody was kind of complaining, saying that Milwaukee should bench him. Milwaukee should not leave him out there in the lineup. But at the same, on one hand, I get it if if there's multiple games or whatever without him not producing. Excuse me. But at the same time, this is the lineup that got him there, and he hit corner threes. He was a little bit of a force on the defensive end. So good game for Milwaukee. They blasted them. But the thing is, the series to me has now gotten started. It's 1-1. They're going back to a Rockies Atlanta State Farm Arena in Game 3. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to find out. It's been a good series, but very, very well put together performance by the Milwaukee Bucks, similar to what they did Miami Heat, of course. And we'll see what happens game 3 if they could translate that from being in that arena to doing it on the road in a hostile environment. But with that being said, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Miami Heat NBA content throughout the year. Also on Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific, I do a live Q&A for an hour. Y'all come on there, ask me anything, tell me anything. I'll answer your questions, respond to your comments, and give you a shout out on the live. Y'all should join me. It'll be some good stuff. Until then, y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat.